There they are. There's the first man out, second man now. Unfortunately, no free falling this time. Cloud level a bit too low. First pass consists of John Shankland. He is the one with the multicolored parachute, known as the para-commander, and Terry Crawley. These parachutes have a large number of vents in them. The opening and closing of the vents by these toggles enables the parachutist to travel from left to right and right to left.
The trysail formed the centrepiece of the 1972 Enfield Borough Show and housed the information centre, where visitors could obtain details of exhibitors and their marquees. One such marquee contains the summer show of the local horticultural societies. Earlier in the year at Rowan Tree School, the Arts Council and the Federation of Enfield Allotment and Horticultural Societies staged their spring flower show, where the judges took a long time to select the winners in each of the 37 different classes. The floral art arrangements, situated in niches around the central tables, illustrated the theme around our borough in springtime. Among the marquees at the show was one devoted to the activities supported by the Arts Council, which through its 150 affiliated societies encourages active support for the arts and cultural pursuits. Many of these societies meet at Salisbury House, which was built in the Jacobean period. An exhibition staged by the Enfield Archaeological Society at Salisbury House included some of the Roman relics found on the Churchbury site. "15-minute slideshows of items not available for display were also given. At Forty Hall, an exhibition was staged featuring Enfield's association with its most celebrated citizen, the essayist Charles Lamb. When Lamb came to Enfield, his literary reputation had long been established, but his subsequent writings provide interesting pictures of Enfield in the late 1820s. The boarding house where Lamb lived when he first visited Enfield, and where he stayed several times on later occasions, is situated in Gentleman's Row and is still inhabited. Later in the year at Forty Hall, the procession of 23 mayors of the boroughs of Greater London was joined by a protest demonstration. procession was led by the Lord Mayor of London, Sir Edward Howard, together with the Mayor and Mayoress of Enfield, Councillor and Mrs. Genn, and terminated in the banqueting hall, where the mayors and civic dignitaries were guests at lunch. The peaceful demonstrators, who were concerned about the safety of children on Enfield's roads, dispersed soon after the procession entered Forty Hall. A breathtaking high-wire act by the Dorico Alzanas provided one of the more spectacular features of the show. The performers all reached the high wire by walking up the guy rope, and their performance was made more exciting and dangerous by the absence of a safety net. At St Monica's Hall, Palmer's Green, the Risley Operatic Group celebrated its 30th anniversary with its presentation of Merry England, a comic opera in 2 acts by Edward German. The Risley Operatic Group was founded in 1942 to shorten evenings in an air raid shelter, and after a few months performed its first production, Maritana, with an all-female cast at a Tottenham school. By 1943, a few male members were enrolled, enabling the presentation of A Slave in Araby. Risley soon developed into an operatic society able to cast any of the well-known operas with chorus and dancers. After 1945, with men returning from the forces, the Risley Light Orchestra was formed, and the group went from strength to strength, producing, amongst others, all the Gilbert and Sullivan operas, The Geisha and Tom Jones. In 1957 they were adopted by St John's, Palmer's Green, where they produced 2 shows a year. In 1970, when the Intimate Theatre Palmer's Green became St Monica's Hall, Risley were the first amateur group to perform at the theatre with their production of Count of Luxembourg.
Where be these boys, these girls, these drabs, these scoundrels? They wallow in the fat bruits of my bounty, but they will not rise to see my warm strings. Come out, you powder-bead queens! What, man? What, that mumblecrut? Come out, you fat, swell-bellied midriff whores, and sweep me these kennels at the noisome stench does not offend the nose of the neighbour.
Players from several drama groups in the borough came together under the direction of Roy Seaman to present Thomas Decker's play, The Shoemaker's Holiday. The play was performed in the grounds of Forty Hall, and fortunately escaped the poor weather that affected many of the other outdoor activities of the festival year. Among other tents at the show was one organised by the Women's Institutes and the town's women's guilds, containing a selection of handmade articles, and another showing agricultural and outdoor activities. The organ exhibition contained 3 mechanical organs from the collection of Mr. Charles Hart, which is normally housed at the St. Albans Organ Museum. The girls of St. Paul's School, Winchmore Hill, performed part of a display of music, movement and dance, and illustrated the theme Night in the suite Morning, Noon and Night.
We are the London Estonian dancers. You mean just now what we were doing?
Well,
yes.
all the dances. We covered most of them.
The ones that we did in the first half as well?
No, just these.
Oh, just these, yes. The first one was called Jotsu Polka, the running polka. The second one was a chain dance, Oige and Vasemba, right and left. And the third one was a courting dance, which was a potpourri of many little ones.
Yes.
And that was all.
Oh, right. Thank you very much.
Metropolitan Police Motorcycle Precision Team, using Triumph 650cc machines, which are identical to those used on London Traffic Patrol, was led by Police Sergeant Shields. The team, who gave a display of precision movement and handling at fast and slow speeds, is formed from officers who are members of the Special Escort Group, provided for visits of heads of state and VIPs from other countries. Although several valiant attempts were made to fully inflate Don Cameron's hot air balloon, high winds, which made handling of the partly inflated balloon extremely difficult, caused the attempted ascent to be abandoned.
Cabin 5 is being given by the guns, as you see here. The rest of the patrol will come forward. The rest of the patrol comes down now, gets down very quickly, and starts to attack the enemy. Count the enemy out, very tenderly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the display. Yeah.